When the BCEN released this new content outline, they actually didn't change the topics that much. What they did change is how the topics were arranged. And I'm going to give credit to the BCEN. I think the arrangement of the new topics is much better. As an educator, it's far easier to teach to this new, the new flow of the topics. So we didn't need to change the course a lot based on the content outline. Except to change the flow of how the topics went together. And then as an educator, I had to figure out how to make that flow work in an education standpoint. And I hope I hit that note. But I think the changes in this course came less from changes in the content outline and more from the fact that trauma has evolved. It was just 5 years ago that we taped this course last. And as I sat down to put together the new course, it shocked me how far trauma has evolved in just 5 years and how much I had to update things. And that's exciting. It's exciting to work in a field that's constantly evolving and changing. You know, just a few examples of changes that we've had to add. 5 years ago, whole blood was still pretty rarely used. It was just kind of coming out, so it wasn't part of the exam. Now, how many hospitals are using whole blood resuscitation? We needed to add a whole section on that. You know, looking at the diagnosis of coagulopathies. 5 years ago, you know, TEG and ROTEM, they were out. I don't want to say they weren't, but they weren't used that much. Now they've kind of become essential to taking care of patients with coagulopathies. So we've had to add an entire section on how to interpret TEG and ROTEM. And that's just a few examples. I mean, we could have a pretty long interview here if you wanted me to go over every single thing that's changed, but the bottom line is trauma's evolving, and this course captures that.